have a family to feed. They're not feeding my family, so why should I bother about all these comments? Hi, my name is Uzen. I recently went viral because I was openly looking for a job on social media. The only reason that I'm doing this is because of my 17-month-old daughter. If I didn't have a kid right now, I wouldn't have been so desperate. I wouldn't be doing all this. In fact, I think I'll be even judging those people who are doing this. But after having a kid, after having your own child, I've really become a changed person. I understand the responsibilities, and I just really want to be there to provide the best for my child. I have a house coming up this year, and I think the best way to get myself a job is to be very open about it. It's very important to be putting myself out there. I'm finding a job right now because if you don't seek help, no one's going to help you find a job, right? If you don't ask, you don't receive. I really feel that right now in this economy, you have to make yourself stand out. If you're not putting yourself out there, no one's going to know about you. I've been in a marketing career for the past 3-4 years. What it has taught me is to really put out there, advertise yourself. People have to notice you. And this is basically my way of doing it. Other people, they go through LinkedIn, they send out resumes. It doesn't matter whether, people are going to have anything to say about me. I have a family to feed. They're not feeding my family, so why should I bother about all these comments? As much as there are people saying, how can you be like this? On the other hand, I'm actually very surprised that Singaporeans are actually very, very supportive. This has really shocked me. After posting those videos, I go and look at the comments. It's amazing to see that there are so many people who are very encouraging, and I did not really expect this. The comments on my videos are like, I hope you find a job really soon. Then I have been through that before. I know what it's like, hang in there, stuff like that. I think it's very, very encouraging, especially in times like this. I've also posted off my journey on me trying to advertise myself to get a job, and people are actually genuinely very interested. Some of the comments are like, what are the updates? Can you post some updates, please? So I really did not expect any of this when I started to do this. For me personally, myself, it was just to get people to know that I'm unemployed, so that if they happen to be hiring, they can just slide into my DMs and offer me a job. Just this morning when I opened my social media, I had a DM from somebody who was like, hey, I saw that you are unemployed, right? And you're looking for a job. Can you send me your resume? Can you send me your LinkedIn? I'll be helping you to send this around to some of my friends and some of my colleagues. I'm a recruiter. Let's see, how it goes from there, and all the best. In one of the latest videos that I created, I actually created some graphic boards and I posted it behind my seat when I was doing Grab. So I designed some boards to advertise myself. I included QR codes for my LinkedIn and for my resume, and I actually can track them. Very surprisingly, I started maybe 3-4 days ago. On average, every single day, I take maybe like 10 to 20 passengers. And so far, last time when I checked the click-through rate of my QR code for my resume, it was 22 scans. So that's very surprising. So if one day I take maybe like 10 passengers for the past 3 days, say 30 passengers, so 22 out of 30 passengers, that's a very high click-through rate, and I didn't expect that. I really think that people are genuinely very curious. I think it caught people's attention most importantly, right? 22 out of 30, I think is a very, very high success rate, and basically people are just very interested in my story and genuinely want to help out. I think most of them are curious and want to help out, which is why I've seen so much success in that. Despite whatever's happening in the world right now, all the economic stuff, I'm hearing a lot of hiring freezes and stuff. I still feel somewhat optimistic about getting a job really soon. These are just some signs of small wins that I can kind of just take and celebrate right now. I'm a professional marketer that has experience in delivering end-to-end marketing activations and across global and APAC markets. My first corporate role was actually at Razer. Yes, that gaming company. I joined Razer as a product lead, a product manager for Razer's first autonomous robotic cafe concept called Razer Cafe. About a year into that role, my role was switched into being a category specialist. It's a kind of like a hybrid role. I basically did end-to-end. I did the marketing, I did the operations, I actually handled the P&L, I was doing business development. So I did literally everything for a full year. I also actually reported directly to the CEO. So that was a very, very interesting point of my life and one of the best times in my corporate career, I would say. I'm still unemployed, I'm still looking for a job. So if you're looking for any product marketers or any go-to-market professionals, you can hit me up, alright?
Hey, thanks for watching to this part of the video. As a career facilitator and coach, what we're seeing here with Uzen's story is very bold. Now, I've been helping people with their careers for years. I have never met someone that is doing this out in the open, and I was so curious to find out what is his driving force. So I spoke to him and I thought this story is interesting. I want to cover it. I think in this crazy and chaotic world, more people need to find ways to step up, get themselves out of the noise. I think this is an inspiring story for anyone out there who could be losing their job or is in the midst of your job search. For those of you out there that is in the midst of this whole retrenchment chaos, I wish you all the best and I will see you in the next video. Bye!